Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. On a few hours earlier, well, maybe 1 or 2 hours earlier, but not too sure what to tie. I definitely want to tie something with foam and terrestrial, especially with all this extraterrestrial news in the cycle. And or I was also gonna try to, I don't know if bucktail is also used for stack. I don't know too much about stacking really, but got loads of colors and could perhaps maybe try to make one of those shoot, what are they called? It's a Florida reef fish. Well, a reef fish, I'm sure Bahamas also, has a yellow head and a blue body. Fantastic looking. And ooh, that leftover scrimp is nice. But oh, man. It's really hard to look at some of these, like the color combinations are some of my most favorite color combinations and textures and patterns I've ever seen anywhere. I'm trying to think of something comparable. Maybe like folk art and hey Carlos! Happy Friday. Stoked on that. Hoping to get to the beach tomorrow and bring the shore rod this time, because last go I just had the little catfish pole. I had the beach rod with me. I was, I think, 9 foot, and I couldn't get really far, but really I was just having an experience anyway, and just getting the hang of it. Like all the lakes and the canals, beautiful. A lot of weeds and a lot of growth, which some areas you're allowed to like mow your own little path, that's fine. But you know, many others like you can't do all that. So on the beach itself, if you could plan it right, where not many people are in front or behind. Oh, it's the most free feeling I've ever freaking felt possible. It's just wow. I wanted to put some of this in these drawers too. I gotta clip my pin on, but I think I gotta tie my shirt back so it doesn't pull it down. I got a strap. Alright. So probably gonna be tying some more foam. Hey Stucky, how you been? Or is it duck? Quack? Team Quack attack. Of course. I think I got confused. But yeah, I'm gonna tie another one or a few of these. Got on a little earlier, thankfully, and yeah. So you're good at Stokey. Here is Southeast Florida, so it's starting to get real nice. Like it was really tempting to go out on the canoe today, but there's just a few more things that I want. A better solution for bringing drinks and food, I think. And let's see. Alright, so I always miss this dang section. It's a small one. Shoe fly, hey. Rubber hackle. I've never heard of that before. Doesn't matter how many times flip through this either. Let us see. I'm wondering if there's like any that's a shower shoe cylinder. Looks like a dish sponge. If there's any like heavy foam bodies. But I'm gonna get right into it really. Oh, pretty much done unpacking. Just have like kind of clothes and stuff like that left. It's a little chilly. But I hope everyone's having a golden night. Luke, so please feel free to message me. Got a bunch of stuff piling up, and but also make jewelry and stuff, like scrap copper stuff. Nothing too like spectacular, but Discord, Facebook, Instagram. More than happy to try to tie anything, and slowly getting back to being able to think and focus again. So I'm always around. I wish I could stream tomorrow. Not tomorrow. The day after tomorrow or the next day. Is that Sunday or Monday? Yeah, Sunday or Monday. But I know it's Florida swamp, so the cell service isn't the best. But I'll be sure to try to film it. Because these canals that I currently got access to are really wide, nice and big, true gapers. And thinking if I could find those kind of like trailers for a canoe or kayak that it's just two wheels and you set it on it, and so you can wheel it around easier. If I could get that to put, then when I reach the ends, at least I could drag it out and like walk it across the street or down a block if I had to, because I could probably drag it across a dirt road, but not asphalt. That's how I'm able to get it in the canal now, because it is a unpaved dirt road or a sand road, so it doesn't scuff or anything. I'll grab that later. Ooh. And it is getting to be the season. Mosquitoes are pretty. How do you say, like, well, they're very successful out here. I mean, maybe I'm just jealous. But I can't thrive like that out here. It's probably got a good few dozen of species. So I gotta make some eyes real quick. And let me pull up the website too. A buddy from Facebook makes surf rods, and they're real nice. And the braid work alone, so it wasn't a brown recluse, but still I'm trying to get the hang of where I've been putting stuff. Two-handed. Well, I suppose I didn't put them back. Oh, thank God. No! Better not. Yes. I meant to go back to Tuppence to get the other bag, but now I'm nowhere near it. There's a few things I wanted to grab from Tuppence, but didn't get a chance to. But hopefully, I guess I'll just Uber to the coast whenever I need. There's just not a lot of access to anything out here, so back to square one of isolation and just kind of not sure what to do with myself. So now I'm gonna wander around in the swamp. If I get 8, I get 8. Too tired. So, oh, sorry, if you'll go to, I think, Jaime Lyn Floridian on Instagram. I do know the links, I think, are in the description and on the channel description for sure, but I think it's Jaime Lyn Floridian, which I wanted to change that to Barbarian too, which I think might have been originally, but I think then I'd have to like edit a lot of things or put links, and I just have a hard time keeping up with all that to begin with. I try to post other places, but I don't know. I don't even really know what I'm doing anyway, so. Oh, big snakes, yes. I haven't seen a big snake personally. I did see a chody one, but it was mid-meal. Like, Coda and I heard a mouse squealing, but by the time I found the origin of the sound, it was muffled. And that's because that was hanging out of a snake's mouth. I'm not sure what kind of snake it was, but it was chody, and by that I gotta use a different word. I realize this is like basically talking in public. But it was like short and stout. Sometimes I forget the origins of like words used on a daily, how you end up kind of with your own like I thought prude meant you were just like adverse to like things that aren't from a comfort zone or something. I didn't know it was like specifically sexually prudish or something. I've been calling people prudes since I was a kid, so whoops. A few other words like that, but it just like passes by. And let me get back to red. Really like getting the multicolor spools because you get a bunch of colors. And it's good cut them out like got red. Makes them even more like rabbit eyes. And I do have this other one. I don't know. I haven't seen anything like it before. It's like a really neon pink plastic fishing line called Shazam. No, it's called something like that. It's in the drawer right in front. I almost got most of the stuff out of it because you can't see it, but I have. Oh, you can see the door a little bit. Here, my eyes. But it's lockers. My dad finally gave them to me a long time ago. He had more, but cut them or like disassembled them so they fit into his truck, so he just threw away the other. Makes no sense to me. Rarely does, but thankfully there is still this section left because it's been a huge help. I've been looking for more stuff like this. Metal? God forbid flooding and stuff like that. It's too difficult to find wood furniture. I'm good on the particle board. It's good in a pinch, but like I wouldn't buy it brand new. It's pretty pricey for something that turns into a marshmallow. And it's a shame, like, I don't know if they could, instead of just leaving the particles dry, like sponge, uh, like a sponge that, comes dry, not like like the sponges that come like moist. I don't know, I dropped it. But, with like resin or something, so it would be like indestructible, or darn close, especially if water hit it. But because a lot of the, I guess, like modular, I guess, I don't know, just really easy furniture that you don't have to think about. Because furniture is, um, I like aesthetic furniture. However, it's really utilitarian because I like collecting objects. So I like, especially furniture that has a lot of storage or clever storage, not big, huge drawers, but a bunch of them. That's hard to 9 foot, 125 python out there, right on Zoe Beverly Jones. Yeah, Palm Beach County, so Southeast Florida, just west of the lake. Well, west of, not just west of the lake, like west of the lake. Which I didn't know that if you catch a bass in Lake Okeechobee with a tag on it, you get $100. New hustle, maybe, if anyone is in that area. His backyard could pop a tent in, because that sounds sweet. I really want to do the lionfish. Sell them for $6 a fish still. And I need to talk to somebody at Blue Heron because at the No Spear Zone, they do have people that come periodically to look for any lionfish. I'm sure there's a number you can call. I can't find it, but I was wondering dip net. For lionfish, like a dip net, because sometimes they're right in, like, on the wall in like a few feet of water. Like you could just like hit it with a chopstick at that point. It's right there. And so one small one and one like real meaty one that, like, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm like dead starving. Just want some decent fish, and like it's impossible to get. And the lionfish, it looks delicious. The meat itself is really clean looking. Like I feel like it doesn't have any form of smell. Oh man, I bet Minnesota's sick. That's actually where my grandma's from, and her whole family is still up there. She's the only one who moved out, I believe. And Lake Worth had a little bit of a boom in the 60s. They had a few booms, but that's when my grandparents got there. My grandpa's from Rhode Island, and my grandma's from Minnesota. And she had a little bit of an accent. She was one of 5, maybe more siblings on a farm. But they had to sell the farm because their dad had a heart attack walking back into the farmhouse. They're like, where is he? He was outside face down in snow. But they had to like share bathwater and stuff. So my grandma was like, F this and join the Marines. But Minnesota, that's like the farm when they have to share, what's it called? Bathwater. Now, I mean, most of them unfortunately rest in paradise, but oh my gosh, she would go once or twice a year, and it was just, it was a massive house, massive houses, like, it'll look like one story in the front, kind of like in Georgia, because I'm from Florida, so I don't see a lot of mountainous landscapes or even hilly, and the basements, but yeah. Do you ever pan for gold? Yeah, look, there's a few expanses of swamp, like of course the Everglades and stuff, but there's Hungryland and Corbett, which is right next to a military testing facility. So when you're out there, you could hear jets being tested. I think it's Pratt Whitney, or is it Pratt? Yeah, Pratt Whitney. Someone Pratt Whitney. I'm just human. I'm just human here. It would be pretty sweet to see some what you hear, because like, holy crap. Sounds like something's about to like lift off at any second. But, you know, the only thing like I'm freaking out over about right now is tunnels, so cool with the weapons test. Just kidding. It's just you know, part of everyday life, I guess. There's a lot of places like that. It's like in the middle of swamp. It's nuts. Really interesting. See, no ocean is a hard one, but it's not even so much like I would. It, if there was like rivers and lakes and stuff like that, that's glorious. Out here, it's like canals, gators and mosquitoes. Oh my. So inland Florida isn't like inland America. I mean, when you go up north of the springs, I would check this out. I've never seen a spring before, but I would like to think it would be hard to walk away from a spring. Just otherworldly, and I need to get on that. I've never swam in a spring before, or I've seen the Keys, but neither here nor there. But yeah, like creeks, rivers, that kind of thing, hiking. The the ocean is pretty much all you have here in a way, as far as like comfort, I guess, because wood ticks, yeah, but you know, you get ticks here too, but the mosquitoes are real intense out in the swamp. Um, the deer flies and the horse flies. I have a specimen. This is proof that Bill Gates doesn't actually care about. No, I'm just kidding. Because why does this exist still? No, that was not even a funny joke, but it's astounding to me. I've seen horseflies before, and I'm sure there's larger horseflies. However, the ones out here are the largest I've seen personally. And I just had to put one in a bottle of propylene glycol so I can forever. See? Thankfully, though, these are quite large, so you can hear them. And as long as you're not wearing headphones, you could hear them and at least like duck. My cat got not a coral snake, what is it? Corn snake. But the tongue is in here. And this is just a crazy caterpillar that was tearing apart the tree. Which I actually don't kill insects unless, God forbid, like something is killing a purchased plant. Then it's like shite. But the freezer, and it's only for like stuff like that. They're decimating. I forget what they were decimating, but they weren't letting up. Anyway, I gotta get working on this floaty thing. I don't have any ideas. I think that's why I'm rambling extra hard. Bill can keep his laboratory flies to himself. Gosh, I still can't. I think the mosquitoes was the last thing I heard. See, the thing is with mosquitoes, I talk a lot of shit about mosquitoes. However, I don't think they can't just disappear. And there's plenty of species that like that rely on the larva. I'm sure it's just like, you remember when they took the beavers out of that, I don't remember where it was. I watched a documentary on this forever ago. They took a bunch of beavers out of an area. The area dried up and just died. So they had to airlift beavers back into the area via helicopters. It's never ending. And that's why I'm trying to get a boat. And then I used to want a little cottage real bad, but any of the areas that like could really see living in, they move so fast, and like even if like you're not renting, the property taxes are going up, and a lot of the areas are starting to become masks of themselves. So like people are getting fined for having cute statues like in their front yard and stuff now. Beaver airlifts, yeah. God, it had to have been like in the 50s or 60s. I remember the footage mostly because it's pretty. But yeah, those beavers are wildly important, and like so are mosquitoes. So are mosquitoes. But yeah, gosh, you have like a few different kinds out here. There's the little ones that really burn, like they'll itch for a while. The big ones, there's ones that you are too big to splat, and like so you try to eat like type of thing. And I try not to splat mosquitoes anyway. Um, on my, like if I have long sleeves on, you end up with like a bunch of blood stains on your clothes. So I don't even have uh I have candles, citronella candles, and then could burn lantana leaves, bee, or fly fishermen have those midges masks. So one of those net masks. I don't know why those aren't sold everywhere. Oh, hey now, that could be a gas station glory. I don't know if that's his thing, but um, mosquito net face things. Oh my gosh. Especially the gas stations out here get a little utilitarian. But I think that'd be ideal to have at the Florida gas stations. Mosquito nets. They have everything else. 7-Eleven has Arctic beanies. Nice. If you recommend the one you took a risk. I was just gonna ask where you found it if you liked it. I need to get on Temu, and I'm gonna get a gift card, because I'm already pretty rotten at keeping track of stuff. But I tell you what, there's a few things that like I just can't find bulk of for a reasonable price for what it is, and like I think I just wanna try it out. And I do live in the middle of Florida swamps. I do not have a car. I have an e-bike. That's why I'm saving for an electric dirt bike. Full transparency. Just normal life thing. And I forgot where I was going with that, but oh yeah, and so it's really difficult to get stuff out here, and I'll be real, I used to do it like, God, up to like 20 years ago, honestly. Maybe not that long ago, but get like $10 worth of dollar China stuff, like quite literally from China, so the shipping was cheaper than shipping here. And for months I would have the most random little tchotchkes coming in the mail. And I'm sorry, I I do a lot like of trash pickup, and I really don't like frivolous like stuff, but at the same time, your mental health is important and therapy is expensive. So, to mitigate this, get yourself around $10 worth of Dollar Tree before like the shipping and stuff like that gets reevaluated. Which I have a theory of what's gonna happen, because there's just like so many things that I haven't heard the news mention once, and I feel like will make it just very, because there's the facade and like the actual like state of everything. Like everything has a facade. But oh man, John's life. I don't know what kind of sickness it is, but I had it out because I was gonna show it to someone. I have to start. There's a few things that I've come to like not be able to live without, and I need to start keeping them around, because every stream has like products that are promoted, and I'm not promoting like things that Luan oil. This is why I was gonna just get the bottle. Why did I try to say it out loud? But I'm telling you, for cramps, broken AC, cold, flu, stuffy nose, everything, this stuff is gold. I might have to run out there and grab it. It's comes in a glass bottle. It's heavily mentholated, so it's essentially like Vicks Vapor Rub, but oil liquid form. Very strong, and like depending on what's the sore spots and stuff, just don't get in your face. Well, you can put all over your face. I'll be real. This stuff is very strong. If you get it in your eyes, you will quite possibly cry. It's not a good experience at all. But when I couldn't sleep, like real bad insomnia, I would put it like here so I couldn't open my eyes or else they would be on fire. And I would fall asleep this way. That is Because if you can't get fluids and stuff like that or food in, and if you don't have, you end up like, I don't know, not being able to get better, and like could exhaust like things real bad. Like I saw that with my dad. He just refused to eat, but he also refused to get I don't mean refused. He refused to eat. It's just a nightmare. Never mind. I'm not even thinking about that anymore. But I'm not like soulless. If I were to even remotely talk about my last 5 months, I can't. There's no way. It wouldn't even be rendered as reality to anyone listening. But yeah, do exactly what, if you think you need to like go to the ER, that's like a really good sign that your body needs something that you physically can't get it. And those bags that they got and hang from those rolly carts, they're pretty dang magical. But greasy food, and if you could stomach it, always. See, I lived on my own for a long time, and I never really like beyond the last few years, like moving out here, and never had like anyone to like run to the store or anything like that. My mom, but unless that store was Dunkin' Donuts, but is the little things like that, so you get used to, or you get like good at like getting that, like it's no secret here, I'm a member of the female species, so once a month, like I don't even want to live anymore, frankly. I lose all hope for mankind. No, I'm just kidding. But you get like good at maneuvering around it. And it makes everything else like, man, you can ask Code, like, if you, I don't know why I do it, I really don't. But if he accidentally like kicks to death, this is for anyone, I don't know why I do it. Like, I will, if you kick something and it pains you, I will also kick it. Camaraderie? I don't know why I do it. It's just right. Yeah. But I like, I don't know. Saline is basically salt, but yeah. Saline is basically salt. I just still can't get over that Diddy stuff. Like, I told my mom for years. There was like, it's not right. It's like how people say a sigh is so on purpose. Like, everything is, nothing is on accident. Like, in media, everything is like rehearsed and planned and paid for and like this and that. Like, that's why I really, unless I'm like wanting to know what's happening in the world, or what I should say, like what they're planning, you know what I mean? What's happening in the world, just what direction like things are gonna head in, what trends are gonna be promoted, what music is gonna be promoted. So it is good to have a finger, or how they say, have a pulse on the culture, or just like pay attention to things that are coming out. And And yeah, it's hard to not think of. And I know it's also like a perfect distraction too, because it's like, man, force fed into everybody's lives here in America, especially. I mean, I don't really remember getting together like a lot when I was a kid, except like to watch the Grammys or something. Like, it's very central. And seeing it all just like get proven to be just as weird as picked up on. Pretty neat. I mean, not neat, because they're real people too. And the darkest thing, to me, is the darkest person that could possibly exist is still a human being. Like, I always am conflicted with, like, those kind of thoughts. Like, I just could feel empathy for just about anyone, especially if you hear him talk or something. And empathy is, wow, what's happened? Huh. Finally getting started. Yes, ID bags. The reason why I thought of the P. Diddy is like, it would be cool if like we were able to like keep those, and we're trained to use them, like IV bags. I had to use it for a friend's cat, an IV bag, to pull the fur and hold the bag. That's not added in a nice note, but that's alright. Let me zoom on in here too. Yeah, I think it's Friday, so it's just kind of like starting the cool down from the just fixating on stuff all week, trying to get anything that, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna want to make in a few years, and I just have too many things that I just don't think I'm gonna use, so I'm not exaggerating, I'm not like trying to sound cheesy, but trying to like enter like meditative states, because I started working at a vintage store when I was 13 because I really like stuff. Like, to this day, I will work at a vintage or an antique shop for free. Just call me and pick me up. Like, if you have an impossible amount of objects that need sorting, just let me take pictures of stuff that I find interesting. And don't stop talking. And yeah, I really like really like if worst comes to worst, I could always find like a cave to live in the mountains. At least I have all this useless information to like, you know, become a hermit and just like nodding in space. I have plans, y'all. Alright, let me just run and grab something to drink, and I'm gonna finally get started. I just like antsy. The worst outlook that I have, or the worst like I feel after watching news, the more like I want to grow potatoes and get on that canoe. So I pulled it out, got most of the ants out of it, got the ore in it, a little bag packed. Trying to make it a smaller painting kit. The reason why I'm trying to get on the canoe, I can't focus anywhere, like at all. I sit and doodle, nothing happens. I end up staring at it. It's driving me nuts. And I'm like, there's not like something I could just, or like ask someone advice or anything. I just need a remote area with no cell service. If I had a Garmin, that would be cool, because the But I don't think the canals get like very, I think it's really just straight shots. But I found a convergence that A has a lot of plant life on the surface of the water. And so for fishing, just pull up the canoe. There's already like a spot you could see that I'll be able to pull it up. It's on a drive-through, but it doesn't look very traveled upon. It's in between a bunch of farms, and it's a public road, so not trespassing or anything. And there's this really cool tree, and on the canal ends, and I'm really curious as to like what that looks like in person anyway. So many things that will be checked off just going for a few hours in the canoe. The only hesitancy, is that a word? Hesitancy that I have is snacks, water, that kind of thing. I will overpack the most redundant stuff sometimes. That isn't redundant, it's all very useful. A lot of thought put behind. But sometimes I'll overlook the simplest things, like, great, I made it here. I don't have a single snack. And snacks are indeed important. Hermit's life is pretty. See, not so much a hermit. Well, I'm an inadvertent hermit. I am a crafter. For lack of better terms, everyone needs an identity, and that's all I could come up with. And spend most of my time at it as tinkering with stuff. So, and thank God for YouTube. I get there's Twitch and TikTok and that kind of thing. I spend most of the time on YouTube anyway, watching music or listening to music and watching or things since I can remember. Half the stuff I was able to learn, like, and turning crafting alone at your desk into a social, because we are social beings. I used to live in a really small town. You walk down the street, everyone knows everyone. But out here, you walk down the street, you might not even see another person. And I used to think I was really antisocial or shy or like hermit or whatever. Oh, I'm not. I miss gas stations. I miss sirens. Like, I had no idea I was a city person. But I'm not. Because they make it hell to live in cities too. Why you gotta spend so much to live in the damn city? That's the whole point. Like, that's. But, I don't know. And the reason why I like the longliners is because couldn't you, in theory, just anchor out there rather than in a dock? Because some of those are thousands a month for mooring or docking. I don't know. Excuse my ignorance, but that's why I am trying to go in this direction, because the future is always uncertain. And, I mean, the past is even uncertain. Who the hell knows what happened at any point in human history? the not so distant past, but you know, it's just it's a weird one. I feel like I would feel different if like this was all like new or something, but um, I just don't know what to think about nothing. But anywho, I'm gonna grab a drink and get tired of cicada finally. Sometimes I wish I didn't find InfoWars when I was a kid on a middle school computer, and this was all like a shock to the system, not like, oh my god. I see so many people, like everyone on my Facebook, like is either going one pendulum swing or to the other side. It's intense. I feel like I need to start talking uh like a broadcaster for football games, action sport, MMA, WWE games. That's wild. forgot about this. So I couldn't tell if this is an adhesive thing, but I'm not. No, I'm thinking it's not. So this is to wrap crops, like riding crops. Perhaps you can use it for tennis racket. But found it on the side of the road with a bunch of leather scraps from a saddle maker, and I thought maybe I could cut strips of this to use to make the body thicker, because the foam, the thin foam, since I don't have a direction, I don't want to use it all up. Materials are very difficult out here. I did win a eBay bid though, because I really wanted some vibrant colors. And I haven't seen the best reviews on those Cabela's kits, but I haven't seen any pictures of them. I found one on a eBay listing. It looks like an old one though, like maybe from 10 years ago. Oh man, this stuff is so vibrant. 20 bucks. I can't believe I won it. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to stay away from Amazon, so I'm back on eBay solely, besides Temu, because I do want to try to get some just funky random stuff. Keep my mind occupied a little bit. Maybe some like ferro rods and like that kind of thing that like you can get dirt cheap there. Alright. I'm trying to find something to wrap this body a little thicker, but I'm not sure what is dry. Uh-oh, I might have to squeeze by you. Okay, I got this McFly foam. Never used it before. And I do have this. Oh my gosh, I have this. This might be a useful thing to implement. Polypropylene rope. Polypropylene rope. So, sorry to go on a tangent, just like, man. I wish I could make like an arc, but for people to just chill on. Animals too. But like any carpenters, I'm sure Code wouldn't care if part of his yard got used to make a literal ship. Have this poke through here and there every now and then when I need a good centered mind, because they build. See, I wasn't previously aware of the spray because sailing is very new to me, and beyond like little bits here and there and like stories, I don't know much about it at all. And this goes into recreating this wooden sailboat called the Spray, and it's just a monster. Oop. It's genuinely incredible. The skills, like combined skills, are obviously combined skills leads to the greatest achievements, even if that achievement is recreating a historic sailboat. Right? Let me see. Right, Alcatraz? I love watching people build stuff. There's this one couple that they, I don't know where it is. It looks like Oregon. I always see them in passing, and they build the craziest structures with just wood and like big tree trunk hot tubs and all kinds of stuff. It's just everything is so possible. It really blows my mind, and like I think isolation like kind of put a fire under me bum a bit, cause like I really do wish I started a channel sooner, cause I would have had like a lot more to show y'all, cause I was trying to make that film setup, but just can't keep to a plan, so I'm going to just, you know, do the plan, and then whoever like is there is there. I have a bad habit of trying to plan out loud, and then nothing comes about. It like gets lost in conversation almost, and like becomes hypothetical just by trying to plan something out loud. And that's really, I guess, why they say just do it. And so try to get me a camp going. Freshwater, saltwater. Freshwater is canoe, and saltwater backpack right to the coast. Oh yeah. Port au Palm Beach, Singer Island Beach, the inlet, the jetties, Peanut Island, Phil Foster, Blue Heron, Little Munyon. And it's like a regular job. Holy trucks. It'd be, I burnt the crap out of my mouth just now. Could have waited for it to cool or put milk in it. But Kontiki. This sounds really familiar. Oh wow. That's glorious. See, rafts would be nice too. There it is. Because you could just pop a little tent on that. It's really just to be next to the water. Next to the surface of the water. 1947. And there's Garmin now. So, did I move that? There's, what are, not Garmin. What are those things called? EFIP? No. EPIRB? EPIRB. Yeah, that's really, really nice. It would be sick to build a raft. Meats. Shit. Yeah, these pants are like, from cold regions. But they're like, are stretching out every time I wash them. Chilly though. Why can't I get started? Just dying to get out there tomorrow. I have pretty much everything packed as far as some swimming. Just bringing 2 poles. Probably the catfish, because that's the heaviest pole that I have that I can cast efficiently. And the surf pole. And hopefully just walk on over, because I want to get some practice in, which sounds silly, but that's the best way to do it. if you want to like hike and stuff. I haven't really been able to do any like real hiking. I have to get better at meeting people, especially meeting people that like doing that kind of thing, especially people that have more experience than me. And I could get like people at the nature preserve for like a half hour maybe, but and it's not like 'cause like time. It's like can't get into it type of thing. But there's a few huge areas I could really get lost in, but I can't really just wander in the Florida swamp all by myself. Do have a oh, I see. I don't know when I get demonetized or whatever. But there's like $300. I still am mind blown. Hey, Miss That. Yeah. These ones are neat. I have a few hemostats, but these ones are neat because they got a long area. I have some whoops. I have some really long hemostats that I keep in my bag because at Blue Heron there's a ton of needlefish, which oops, the needlefish blow my mind because it's like a cartoon. Like they're snapping there, and yeah, they're really intense. But they're also very chill. However, next time I'm not throwing a bag, I'm keeping that. It's nice to look in other people's coolers or what they're grabbing, and the needlefish, they look delicious, and kind of exactly the size I'm looking for. I'm looking for small things, efficient catches, low in heavy metals as low as possible. Things that don't eat a lot of toxic coral, like because there's that reef fish sickness that you can get. Sequard, something. Yeah, buried for skin. It's. I don't know why I feel like I've been in like the sensation of waiting, like, and it just nothing ever happens. But there's so many spots, so trying to get like not like a camp, but like an old-timey Englishman, like a proper outdoorsman setup where it's essentially just a rucksack and a teapot. But you know what I mean? Something super lightweight. And so it was just walking and stopping briefly until I found like some good spots. And I want to cook directly on the spot because sometimes it is just like one or two like tiny little fish. And most of the time just throw salt and pepper in an air fryer anyway these days. So just got one of those military mess kits. It's just a pan and a plate, and I'm gonna get a pot too, but that's fine for now. And a little firebox, and the firebox I'm really excited about because I've been wanting one for years, but like 80 something for a firebox, worth it, I bet. But just needed something that could grab. Hey, there's a perfect little black piece. And then could find spots to just like hang out all day, like even not to camp overnight, just to like have a fifth space or whatever they call it, third space, fifth space that could actually think in. Could bring some like drawing supplies and fishing stuff. Something to boil water, to just throw in one of those camp showers, even if not crashing, but to like wash hands and stuff, just easy. That looks really pretty. Like braided or something. Yeah, it might be something similar. I want a rocket stove for here. Firebox has like belt size ones, but I just got this, $20. And it's small, because it's really just gonna be for that mess pan. Bring some stuff. I got nets to clip onto my bag so I could bring like garlic and that kind of thing without it getting smushed. It's just hanging in a net. I'm trying to find more nets in all different sizes. They just come in way too much handy. Transitioning from baskets to nets. Nature is wonderful. So I want these in larger sizes, but this is perfect for now. There's some garlic cloves in here. I have little glass bottles for salt and pepper, so just throw those in here. And I got a few of them because this is also what I'm going to be swimming with, just attached to my bathing suit, for trash and shells. So I'll have two on me, one for shells and one for trash. A little easier than the net bag that I swim with currently. And I want to start getting as much as possible because any weird little plastic shards, could just throw that in something, like try to figure out something. I was just gonna say put it in resin, but I'm sure they'll make some like super earth healthy resin. Need to tuck my shirt in, but back in the swamps. Clothing is strictly utilitarian again. But yeah, it's like $5. I think it came with five or six of them. But you can attach a bunch of these all over your bag for all kinds of different things. And I think food is going to be ideal. I want to get some larger ones for like produce, because just want to bring like the basics, maybe a few onions and stuff like that. I already have some peanut oil just for something easy to fry in. And yeah. And then in Vietnam, like they like a lot of the so I have like this vinegary stuff mixture in a bottle and pour it on all kinds of stuff, fish. So I really like that, having something vinegary like that and full of flavors, because sometimes things, you know, need a cover up, because like I'm pretty done eating for pleasure. I just want to eat like, I don't know, like as simple as possible. And I've always really ate like that, but just I mean, even the produce kind of sucks in the store. No, kind of sucks. It's like inedible. Fisher Price produce. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Hey, some of the trash at the fishing spots is essentially free tackle. And I mean, once at Cato's Bridge in Jupiter, man, I was up and down all around trying to get any little thing. And I thought I was like efficiently scanning the spot, man. It was like some like 18-year-old kid walks by with maybe like $200. The price always changes every time I tell this story, but fists full of like brand new lures. I've never been so disappointed in myself. I'm like, dang, I need to get my eyes checked. Because it's a small area, but it was a heavy current, and I I'll stay at the current to conserve energy, cause I tire myself out really quick. Like, you'll see me squatting, like sitting, not like doing squats. I'll stand up too fast and like go right over. Cause I don't realize how long I sit like that. Cause I think these streams are the longest I sit on a chair. I like wonder if I wondering if I should add the legs at this part. Pinch, get back up. Ooh, let's set up some painting supplies. I have to find. Okay, I think it's in the car. The anchor for the canoe, so I could sit in it. Oh, sometimes there's like quite a strong current in there. That came in pretty. Yeah, I'm zooming in. Yeah, the ain't true. Just the anchor never seems to do much. If it's super still, like first thing in the morning, it'll help stay in the center, but it really doesn't do much. And God, sometimes I don't know. I haven't traced it fully, the canal, to see what kind of is controlling the currents of it, because sometimes it'll be hauling. I remember Code finally came out to fly a drone and get some like B-roll, and he sees me on the canoe. He's like, "Oh, that's a great shot." So I guess they had no idea. I was struggling for my life. I couldn't even. I would row so hard, and then I would stop to catch a breath, and I would be all the way back. Thought I was gonna have to get out and walk it back, but somehow I got fed up enough to stubbornly just get back. Because I kind of want to sit in it to have the water sounds, and trying to find a little canopy for it, but there's a few ideas as far as making one. Even using two tripods and like photo tripods, or 4 of them, and putting those in it. But any type of canopy, because that would be a nice little spot to hang out in. It would be nice to try to get a net on the whole thing, but I feel like that's dangerous. If it ever tipped, I'd be like trapped in a sock. Alright, I never got coffee, so let me grab that. I really like the spiral on this one. Oh, a kayak canopy, good point. This one, picture kind of reminds me again of a 1980s sweater. Those ones that are woven with metallic in them. Yeah, I think this might be an ideal size. Instead of the... Let me get this off. Man, I didn't know how that Terry David guy died. I mean, expired. That is some brutal shame. Our planet is full of like I don't know, his hidden wisdom, I guess. Not hidden, but I think that's why no human should be, like, no human thought should be neglected, if that makes sense. Considering all the cool stuff that we have, all these tools, and if vehicles and computers. All started in a human mind, not a human mind, but like many accidental discoveries and just so many pieces, but also reasons to not overlook. And that's the one benefit that if AI or what have you could just be, I don't even know what it is really, because it's so all over the place. But when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about how you could essentially look up it, if it was truthful, or I don't know how to even word it, but to be able to ask like a person for certain things or information, and it scans like not only websites but also you know what I mean? That would be so cool. Like the Akashic record of, and you know, for example, every documented human anything, but if all that was like scannable at once by way of like an inward facing and just have a conversation with, that's pretty interesting. Or like have it dissect all that and be like, all right, now think through it as someone who like would have this information as gospel, and like whether it be science, religion, doesn't matter. The examples are kind of, it's just yeah, like I haven't really used ChatGPT, but I was the other day when I was at my parents' house, because just like was there for 4 or 5 months just with no one to talk to, and like so it was, man, this is some sad shit. Like I'm having a riveting conversation, and it's not a conversation, it's just like a bunch of information packaged in a way that like is I don't know, I just didn't expect to, like, I'd have a robot for sure. Just be like chilling here all day, like, who invented embroidery floss? How is embroidery floss different now than in 1960s? Like, very specific things that only like something scanning all available information at once. But it's just, yeah. Oh, okay, I don't need any more eyes anyway. Just been thinking about it, obviously, because it's everywhere. And I feel like it's gonna be the new I. That new little lowercase I. Like, they put that thing on anything. It could be a plastic spoon. It's just say I spoon. Like at a Dollar Tree. But everything is gonna be like that. Hey, chicken biscuits! Yeah, especially if like the robot could like hold stuff, you know. I'll take it for walks or whatever. Crochet it, gifts. But gosh, I hate, you know. Any other introverts that would actually probably enjoy having a robot. Thinking too, the cicada's eyes are in a strange place. You will lend your appendage grabber for 2-wheeled pistachios per hour. Right. Oh. Think about adding the eyes first rather than after the fur or the wings. Alright, so I got this. It's very interesting texture. Grab a little scrap of this. Not what I expected, actually. This is post material. I expected it to be a little more rigid or stiff parapost wing material, which I gotta get me back on some of those pinwheel. No, the ones that look like dandelions. If anybody has any specific flies that they fish with often, I'm more than happy to give any a go. Just ship them out. So I'm gonna throw some of this, I think. Okay. I don't know. Well, not sure what order I should put this in. Oh, buddy. No, 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 no. Hi. I bet the little bit star put there on the. Oh, excuse me. Here, let me go back up. Oh, I bet cicadas can get kicks in the face. I didn't mean that. I have PTSD for my first time seeing one. Hey, all the more reason to tie some up to get these fish really excited for cicadas. They'll be eating even more of them. They are biggins, and like they get bigger than here. It's wild. The sound at night, in a few months especially, it's gonna be really neat. Definitely gotta put more effort into recording it. What's it called? The grasshoppers get me. Not like they're not little ones. They're these huge, huge ones, and beautiful. But that's why they get me. They're gorgeous. Every single one of them, different colors, different like everything. You want to look at it, and you want to look at it up close. And as soon as you're like, ah, that's beautiful, those things jump usually in a menacing direction, aka right in your face. And I don't believe they're native. I think they're invasive. I could be wrong there, but I think they're pests. Like, they're not. They're everywhere, though. Out here. Especially across the canal. Like, I say they're everywhere, but, like, for some reason, I never see them in the yard. But you go to the park, or you go right across the canal, and there's loads of them. Let me get some bucktail. Nice patch. This patch is glorious. I really, really appreciate this forever visiting here if you see this. Apologies for the rant tonight, but oh my lord. It's crazy being in the middle of a era change, right? For everyone. And I know it's like global because, comment sections are. But if y'all can bookmark Kenta, like it's on Android and iPhone, but at least bookmark it, because when trying to get people in there to do like, it doesn't have to be study groups, it could be like recipe sharing or like plant stuff or mythology. Oops, shoot. Gotta set this down somehow. I'm gonna go on the side of the eyes to close it. Ooh, that hurts something. Get in there. I always feel the need to specify. I'm sure they were quoting someone, but when I say that, I'm actually quoting some kid in like middle school, and I think the 4th grade teacher. I'm not sure. Mr. Little John. Dude was chill. Collected clowns. appreciate that, Luke. Happy trails. Yeah, I'm pretty much off too. As soon as I finish whipping this. Oh, well, let me start that over. I really appreciate it. Stopping by. I'm always more than welcome. On Discord, all that. Got some people over there. Just beautiful, beautiful world as long as you make it as such. And yeah, happy trails. And again, again. Always welcome, always. All are welcome, always. That is the whole point. Oh shoot, I forgot some of that green. I gotta go back and add some. That'll just take a second anyway. What the fuck? Oh, shoot. Oh no. I trapped the eye, cause like I'm telling y'all, I like can't focus like at all. I'm gonna end up like having a nervous breakdown, to be totally honest. I just can't like at all, like on anything. Crap. So I think I'm gonna do is try and get this thread unstuck behind that eye, and then tuck those strings. I might have to brush that with some. thought it felt weird before. Got now one with the wing post material, just a little bit of it. I think that's a little bit. I like this one, how it's more on the plane, more flat. The other ones, the wings were a little too angled. I'm guessing it's supposed to look like it's stuck on the water. I could be wrong, but really except for these guys. And I'm thinking have a little bit more luck with the bait caster directly near the water. And I can't stand on the shore, so I actually think it's, oh, I forgot the legs. Y'all. But I forgot the legs. I will get those on there. But hey, maybe I'll see what it looks like without legs just to see how like because those legs, wow, on water pulling, it looks like something crawling, like scattering. Brilliant, like it's crafting, like arts and crafts, feathers, glue, like this, but it makes the materials into technology, and that's like blows my mind because I am a popsicle stick, pom poms, and glue type of person, um, and doodling and sewing, but uh, sewing and no, this really thankful to land myself here. Very happy to be here, and I'll be here for a while. And on that note, feel free to stop by. It's you know, a grab bag in these parts. You never know what you're gonna get. You might have a really nice, relaxing, like non-stop fly tying stream, or you end up with whatever tonight was. But regardless, just here to learn live, and the live aspect is really social sphere and meet like-minded people, which if I knew, I would have just like known channel forever, because y'all have become a huge part of my life, and I appreciate y'all deeply, and I hope everyone here, there, everywhere, anyone who sees this has a beautiful evening. And this week I might hop on, however, at the beach might be able to, but the swamp, there is no cell service. But maybe, I don't know, try to find someone with T-Mobile or something. Isn't the satellites or something? Heard it in a commercial. But anywho, yeah, I don't want to give, but it's 3:30, and I just am at a total loss at what to do. I need to like bounce ideas off of someone desperately, and like non-biased, I guess. But no shade, Carmen. That's amazing. Your son failed. Jeez, your son has fished for High School Bass Association and won a scholarship and has a couple. That's wicked. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, here every weekday at usually a very scattered time, but if anybody has any input as far as like times, try to narrow it down because I need some structure in my life, and the schedules are the easiest structure to put in place. And I guess next would be scaffolding, which isn't easy. Once I watched a thing on scaffolding, and wow, the structure to build like it's really interesting. Like you see it, like the scaffolding like that gets put up on the old, really old buildings, but like even the scaffolding like depicted in ancient etchings of like these recognizable structures, but like with very recognizable scaffolding. Not much has changed in the world of scaffolds. Anyway, happy trails. Yes. Yeah, for real. That's why I gotta get. That's why I gotta get some fish for the what's it called? The what's it called? Eh, almost got. Oh, it burns still. That I don't know what it was. It was a spider, but it wasn't a brown recluse. I didn't even mention it for days. I was so freaked out. And like every time like it was getting like so big, and I'd like investigate it, and those two little circles were just like, I don't want to be gross. It was like milking, like poisons. But yeah, no, this one's brutal. I gotta get out there poking around. There's a lot of things out here I think y'all would get a kick out of, because it's Florida, and it's easy to get used to your own surroundings, but everyone's surroundings are totally different. And I love seeing other landscapes. Like, blows my mind someone across the country, like, even the familiar is unfamiliar by way of, like, grass is a different species, like, the shrubs are different species, like, yeah, there's trees, shrubs, some form of ground cover, but it's all different species. Like I wouldn't know what was edible, like, if I got stranded in a different place. That's, um, you know, oh shoot, run! I get Night Owl stream on Kinto. Probably this weekend will be Kinto streams. I wanted to do like some form of interactive thing on the weekends. And Kinto, anyone's able to share their video, mic, all that. Or just type. There's a method of communication for everyone. And it's code to passion project. So if there's any thing that you want in it, just message him at code lock here. Oh, no way. I mean, like, horse? Like, like that. Pretty identical. My kneecaps are from a horse. Like, that's their origin. Horse. Happy trails, yeah. Good night. And if there's any recommendations as far as like patterns, weird things to check out, Google image searches, rabbit holes and recipes. Hey, that could be the first Kinto stream. Just rabbit holes and recipes. And people just like, you could call in, you could type out or type in, and like I'll read it out loud in robot voice. But anything goes. Free will like exists, and it doesn't, like, peer pressure doesn't work on me. It doesn't, because I just walk away and I start poking in bushes. Like, it doesn't work on me, which is great, because now I can make like a little original thought sphere, which you know, there's many original philosophers, but it's hard to find them. Like, the closest was like some telegrams that I ran into, but I'm not on Telegram anymore, and I didn't even, I don't even know how I found them, and they're just like chats of like, I guess just unique conversation, but I just want to kind of like a space like that, where it isn't just art, and it isn't just like plants, or it isn't just fishing. It's just like a camp that is just existence itself. You know, when you make yourself a sandwich for lunch, why not eat it outside? Camping. I should have saved the meat stick. $3.50 for kneecaps? And what's it called, man? Child. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love, man. But feel free to come back. Yeah, it is Southeast Florida. So there's there's endless kneecaps, really, especially in the summer. Yeah, I've come to appreciate my kneecaps, honestly. The weirdest part is like this is a specific thing, only because I've got a strange amount of ridicule from my family. That's why they're akin to horse, cause like, okay, you know. Anywho, happy trails.